So let's talk about this EA Sports College Football 25 trailer that dropped. There's definitely a lot of highlights to take from it. The first school that was on this reveal was Boise State, and from there, whenever they show the blue turf, it's going to be a good video. So we pretty much got the traditions. We saw Boston College, all those players before. You saw a Notre Dame player, their iconic play like a champion. It looked really realistic. I mean, those walls look like you were actually in Notre Dame Stadium. You saw LSU, they're coming out of the tunnel, hitting the wind bar. If you've been in LSU's locker room, it literally looks exactly like that from the video game into real life. You saw the Florida players touch the Gator head before moving out. Clemson's Howard Rock, all their players jumping and being excited, head on down, probably facing off against Florida State, somebody like that. But then you got into a little bit of the gameplay. You saw a little bit of Wyoming and App State get together on the field. You saw Army and East Carolina with doing the little. Of course, they had them Army running the option. I mean, it wouldn't be a college football game if Army's not running the option. And then you also saw a little highlights of Donovan Edwards, stiff arming the Ohio State defender. And then you just saw everything in between. So, Wade, what were your overall first thoughts on this trailer that released on Friday?
I agree with you on the attention to detail. I think that they did try to get some of that pageantry into the game. However the game mechanics sort out, I probably won't even notice the difference. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm looking forward to, is the uniforms and the fight songs and the trophies. And then this whole recruiting aspect with the NIL. So, and the playoff, a lot of new dynamics. So I think it's a overwhelming success to start. I did see a thread on Twitter that the director of the, I guess, preview video or hype video is definitely a Michigan alum, and it was confirmed that he is, because you saw Donovan Edwards just stiff arm the Ohio State guy. Then everybody's like, hey, what's that turtle trophy that the Illinois players are hosting up? Nobody's ever seen that. Well, yeah, because Illinois hasn't beaten
been since
Ohio
2007 since we. And did you see the score in the back? It was 52-42. Like, that would never happen between Ohio State and Illinois.
17 years. Like, I think 2007 is when I first started really paying attention to college football. So I only remember Illinois being good one year, and that might have been the year they went to the Rose Bowl. So anyways, there was just some just not even sneaky attacks on Ohio State there, which was all in good fun. But yeah, I thought it was definitely a great start to the game. I know they'll be fine-tuning it, getting the rosters together and all that, but definitely looking forward to a little Xbox Dynasty action. That'll be fun.
Yeah, definitely a lot of fun. I think that really the one thing that I noticed, Chris Fowler's quote is like, oh, you could just throw that this is just another game, because there's a lot of people think that this is just a Madden reskin. You can have your word and opinions on that. But I think that was definitely the right quote to use, because this EA Sports definitely gets a lot of negativity just because of Madden. Madden hasn't been that great of a game. It's pretty much, if you played Madden like 24 through like 20 and 18 and 19, it's pretty much been the same game. So there's been a lot of negativity surrounding EA Sports. So I think that's a little nugget that you found that EA Sports used to their advantage. So let's dive into the game modes that we're going to be getting in this new college football game here in July. You're going to be having Dynasty mode, like Wade mentioned. That's probably what we're going to be doing. We're already selecting our teams, and you can have up to 32 players. So we might have to hop on the phones here and get a full 32 players, maybe scatter some in the Sun Belt, Conference USA. Who knows? But Dynasty mode, I'm definitely excited to see how they implement the transfer portal and this whole new college football landscape. NIL, you have the transfer portal. So definitely excited for that. The one feature that I hope is still in here is the coaching carousel. Once you start off, say App State and James Madison, you should be able to get a new job, say at the Georgias of the world and the Ohio States of the world. So hopefully that's still in the game. But Dynasty mode is confirmed to be. The next one is Road to Glory, and I think that a lot of people are excited from reading this here. You get to manage your weekly schedule, GPA, your image, and earn your coach trust. So managing your weekly schedule and GPA reminds me of the old NCAA's. If you remember, you went to class, you took like
Mhm.
conferences. So you took a lot of tests, like which conference is Texas in? You would say the Big 12, and you would say the
I
SEC.
might fail that this year,
Yeah,
man. Like,
yeah, you might fail because there's so many things going on. Like who made it to the college football playoff national championship last year? You would probably have to answer that. So I'm definitely excited for that. And also in Road to Glory, you'll be able to transfer too. So if your coach isn't giving you enough playing time, you could just enter the transfer portal and go somewhere else and get some more playing time. The next game mode is I think that there's some good and bads with this. I know that you don't like this as college football ultimate team, but I think it's going to give a lot of people opportunity to really build a super team. Like they're going to have legends in the game, so you have guys like Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. You'll have guys that through these 11 years when we didn't have the game, you'll finally be able to play them in ultimate team. So pretty much you'll be able to create your own teams. So we'll see. I don't think there's going to be too much differences between Madden and college football, EA Sports College Football 25 Ultimate Team. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be the same thing where you can do some challenges, open up packs, spend virtual money if you want to upgrade your team. And then the next feature is Road to the College Football Playoff. That'll be the last game mode. It's pretty much cut and dry. You get to take over a team. I think this is only one season. It's not like Dynasty where you could play up to like 60 seasons. So pretty much that is, you pick a team, you try and get up to the polls, make it to the college football playoff, which will be 12 teams this year. And then another thing that I'm excited for is Team Builder. You'll be able to customize your teams and put them in the Dynasty. So definitely going to be a lot of fun to make your customized teams there. So out of those, which game mode are you excited to jump into here once this game drops in mid-July?
I've always been a huge Road to Glory fan. I mean, I definitely will have one going on. I try to latch onto a bigger school, so I think that's how I'll be able to kind of experience the SEC or the Big Ten or something. But then for the online dynasty, I think that we all agreed that we're going to start kind of small. So I think that's going to be really cool to see the intricacies of the game. So definitely those two. And I think the transfer stuff, the NIL stuff worked in there. I think it'll be done well and it'll be a good addition to the game.
Yeah, I think those are my top two game modes that I'm playing immediately. Road to Glory, I'm creating whatever. Probably your running back. He's going to go to like some small school, and if he ain't getting no playing time, I'm transferring up to the bigger school to try to win us a national championship. But I definitely think that I'm more excited for Dynasty. Just creating a small school. I think the online Dynasty is what I'm excited for too, because we haven't really had like a big Dynasty with all our friends. So definitely excited to see if we're definitely all going to take over the Sun Belt. Who knows? Maybe people have changed their minds, but we have 2 months to decide which team we're going to rock with. So let us know down in the comments which team you're going to be rocking with in your first dynasty. But one more thing here on this college football game is the announcers. So this is like the first time that we've ever gotten multiple broadcast crews. So your marquee games, you'll be having Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit. And then the other games, like say if it's like James Madison versus App State, you'll probably be getting these other guys, which is Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer. So what do you think about that, getting two different commentator crews in the games?
Yeah, I think that's great as well. If I recall correctly, in the old mode in the Dynasty, if you were playing like in the MAC or something, sometimes there'd be no commentary. Like it was not a televised game. I always thought that was cool. So this kind of takes it to the next level. I think you'll also see things like game times will change with that, and the crowd energy level. I'm sure that will all play into it.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for that. The environments in that game are going to be real. I mean, if the trailer is showing like the stadiums, I mean Baylor's entrance with the flames going out. And I cannot wait for like these are the two stadiums I cannot wait if they get these like the titles. Like if South Carolina has their full entrance, that's going to be like one of the most freaking insane entrance, like with Cocky coming out of the curtain and playing Sandstorm on your way to kickoff, and then Virginia Tech's Enter Sandman if that's in the game. That's going to give you absolute chills. And honestly, if that's happening, I'm putting Virginia Tech week 1 in my dynasty no matter what. I'm going to have to beat them, but I am going to have chills listening to both Sandstorm and Enter Sandman walking into that stadium. So a lot of excitement to build around this game. We have 2 months literally to talk about it, so I'm sure we're going to be talking about it pretty much every week leading up to this game, but we're definitely excited to hear both our thoughts and your guys' thoughts as well.